What's up, Level Up? Welcome to the Level of No Levels. I appreciate you joining me. Topic of the day is the circle of life. Let's level up. The circle of life, or just life in general. If anyone's ever watched Lion King, you know about the circle of life. You know that we're all connected somehow. Even though we might not pay attention or, even though we neglect it, we are, in the web of life together, in the circle of life together. So as words I challenge you, remember that. Remember to treat one another with a golden rule. Remember to treat each other with respect. Remember to treat each other like brothers and sisters and Naksus of life, through the journey of life together. So, and like I said, I don't pay attention to the news a lot. But I just hear some people talking. Like I said, I think the news is nonsense. I do watch it once in a while just to follow up on life or just see what's going on around the world, And I see that there's a lot of hate going on, you know, and hate's been going on ever since. Hate's been around ever since. Just maybe lately because of all the media or whatever it is, we see it more. But that's been going on ever since. You know, it's for some reason we can't get along. It's always bad for me. As smart as people are, as smart as humans are, we for some reason can't get along. That's really weird. But like I said, it's been going on ever since. It doesn't matter what color, what culture, what race you are. Hate's been going on. So let's remember that. Let's not categorize that into a certain group. Because once you categorize it into a certain group, I think it perpetuates more. It separates people. And right now we need unity. We need togetherness. Unity is what's going to keep us alive. Otherwise we'll end up destroying ourselves from hate. Because more hate only creates more hate. Things like that. So, and like I said, we need to remember we came from one. And we'll end up at a one place when we pass. No matter what you believe in and things like that, you got to really look at life like the simple fact. Like, it doesn't matter what color, what your vessel is, what your shell looks like in the outside. In the inside, we're life energy. In the inside, we're the same. Life energy. And you have organs, I got organs. This is just a shell. We came from one place, and when we evolve, we'll evolve back to one place, to the beginning, and things like that. So let's remember that. Remember, hate doesn't start with hate. I know it's a cliche, like love rules all. Wisdom rules all, love rules the world. It sounds like a cliche, but it does. People that hate, I don't even think want to hate. I've been around, fortunately, I've been around in life to meet enough people. Even the toughest and the hardest person in life wants love. No one wants to hate. Nobody wants to walk around with hate. But that's been given to them. That's been taught to them. That's been throughout the year, throughout their lifetime, maybe their parents, generation. That hate's been given to them. The people that hate probably don't even want to hate. So you got to understand that too. Nobody wants to hate. Even the hardest person, wants love. That's why they do the things they do to get some kind of recognition, for some kind of, considered love, things like that. So just remember that. Remember, nobody wants to hate. And like I said, it's a cliche, but love rules. So you got to love and understand, why the situation is just going on. And like I said, don't categorize it when things happen because it makes it worse. It separates us as people. I don't know if anyone understands the history of rulership or understands the history of, just life. Like, it's divide and conquer. If we look at our neighbors and everyone we see in the street as enemies, what would that be? What kind of world would that be? If you can't walk out your door and you're scared to look at your neighbors, you're scared to look at, it wouldn't be a world, you know, and we couldn't be able to talk and communicate and share ideas and about life and whatnot, how to make things better, you know, whatever it is. So if you walk on your doorstep and you see everyone as your enemy, what would the world be like? You know, so remember that we're all one. We want the same thing. You know, we have the same struggles, you know, bills, loss of family, you know, stress, you know, with life. We have all the same wants. We want to be able to take care of ourselves, you know, have a job that we enjoy going to be able to be safe and our family secure, to be able to have our kids go to school and be taught what they need to learn for the future and to be able to be productive in life. You know, we all want the same thing. We all bleed the same. Remember that, you know, when you look at somebody, when you look at anyone in life, remember that they're a mom to somebody, a grandma to somebody, a brother to somebody, a sister to somebody, a niece to somebody, a nephew to somebody. You know, they have people that care about them just like you do. You know, even though our shell is different, we have the same energy, life energy. You know, there's people out there that care about us and things like that. And there's, like I said, no matter who you are, no matter what race you are, no matter what culture you are, remember the golden rule. It exists within all. You know, so remember that we are one, you know, and things like that. Remember your mother, brother, sister, grandmother, somebody. You know, when you look at somebody before you judge them, you know, and don't judge no one. Things like that. I think that's what makes a lot of things bad. You know, when we presume to think that we're better than someone, don't ever judge anyone. If you're gonna look down on someone, the only time you should look down on someone is when you're gonna pick them up. Otherwise, never look down on someone. If you're gonna look down on somebody, it's a good time to pick them up. That is the only time to look down. You know, because the roller coaster of life goes up and down all the time. Because when you're up there, don't spit down. Because when they get up on top, you, you know, you might get spit down on too. So remember that. Let's not look down or judge anyone. You know, for example, you know, we want the world to be a better place. You know, everyone has a movement. Everyone has a movement. Whatever you stand for, make sure you can stand by that alone. You know, don't be a sheep. Don't be a bandwagon jumper. Don't just jump on for whatever reason. If you're going to stand on it alone. Stand on it whether your life, you know, depends on it or not. Things like that. Whether people think you're wrong or not, stand on it. Stand on it by yourself. You know, if it's something you believe in. You know, I commend that as a warrior. As a Naksu Up for yours. Whatever it is you stand for. But remember, if you're going to stand for something, make sure you have all the information. Make sure you know what you're standing for. Things like that. Make sure you know, and you feel right about it. So, you know, whatever it is. Like I said, we all have a movement. So, but mainly, like I said, this, you know, the movement of just the cycle of life, the world, you know, the circle of life. Just remember, you know, even if you're a kid, you're going to get old someday. You know, also respect your elders. And your elders, remember, like, you used to be a dumb, lost young kid once. You know, so remember that. You know, remember to share your wisdom. Don't just see young kids as dumb and lost, because you used to be dumb and lost too. You know, so respect goes both ways, so let's respect each other. And like I said, I know all this hate's going on. Like I said, I don't want to feed into it, because that thing's been going on ever since. You know, we as people have been attacking each other. You know, it's not about race. It's about ignorance. Race is ignorance. Hate is ignorant. You know, that stuff has been going on, you know, and things that. So like I said, to change anything, change life, change yourself first. You know, don't put more hate or energy into things that, whatever. Change what you can change. Change your surrounding, around your friends, you know, change your attitude. Teach your kids right. You know, act right around people, per se, like, you know, don't judge people too, like I said, per se. You know, if you see someone, it's like I said, we're in the web of life. take this into consideration. If you see somebody begging for money, I'm going to put this as an example. If you see someone begging for money, you don't know how they got there, so don't judge them. The roller coaster of life goes up and down for all of us. We don't know how that person got there, so don't judge them. If you want to help them, help them. You don't want to help them, don't help them. But to me personally, if someone's asking for money nicely, I don't care what they do with it. I'm going to pay it forward and do my part and give help and pay it forward. If they want to go to McD's and buy food because they're hungry, cool. You want to go buy yourself a bottle and drink, cool. You want to pay your bills, cool. But I did my part, So let's not judge them how they got there, because begging someone is hard. For them to be put in that position to beg, you got to understand what took them there. I'd rather someone ask me for money, then I'll give it to them, do whatever, than them be pushed to the point in life to one day come with a gun, then take my money, if that makes sense. So whatever movement you're on, like I said, start with the life movement. Understand that we're all one. Understand that you're connected to everyone. If you go out and you treat someone good, they treat their spouse good, their kids good, their spouse treats their co-worker good, their kids treat their friends in school good. It's like a web of life. But if you treat that person bad, they treat the other person bad, it keeps on perpetuating. So if you want to really help people, like I said, whatever movement you're on, start with yourself. Be responsible for yourself and your action. Start with your surrounding, your home, your family. Start with your circle, and things like that. Don't worry about what's going on in the world. Start with what you can do and things like that. Like I said, we all in it together. We're in the circle of life. Even if you want to admit it or not, we're all in this together. We need unity. In times like this, the only thing that's going to help us survive is us. As smart as we are. Like I said, we are I don't want to, maybe we're lost, but we're smart, dumb creatures. We can, put someone else's organ in someone else's body, or go up to space, or go down to the ocean, look at cells, look at things that you can't even see with the naked eye. We're so smart. But, it baffles me why we can't get along, because there's so much in the world, so much in the universe. And I think it comes down to fear. Fear of not having, fear of not being, looking at someone else being better than you. I think fear stops us. So it's words that challenge you. Kill fear, kill hate, things like that. Kill ignorance. Take that out of your mind, take that out of your body, take it out of your soul, your spirit. I challenge you to be stronger than that. Because fear takes away, like I said, because, I just want to explain, a lot of people hate other people because they come here. I just want to say it, nobody wants to migrate and leave their home country, their land of their birth, of their ancestors, their dirt where their whole ancestors live. Nobody wants to leave that unless their life depended on it, unless it was for betterment of life and for their children. Nobody wants to pick up and leave their country of birth. Nobody. If you understand that, like, that's ridiculous and things like that. And when people come to a better place, if you treat them with love and understanding, and understand that they have kids, they're trying to better themselves, that maybe things would be different. Instead of judging them, thinking they're less, no one's entitled to anything. Like, to me, it's funny because everyone, like for a team, for example, everyone likes their favorite team, but you don't even play. Like, you don't even play for the team. You don't do nothing. Just because you cheer and you buy a jersey, you think you're part of the team. Like, it baffles me. Like I said, treat people right. Like, when they come from wherever they come from to make a better life, maybe you treat them like a neighbor, a friend, they would be better. I know there's a lot of other people out there that, every race, every culture has bad and good. So let's take that out of the ignorance of way of thinking. Every race has good and bad. it's just not this and that. So let's take that ignorant way of thinking away. Let's Naksu Up. Let's throw that away. Like I said, so let's remember that we're all one. Nobody wants to take anyone's stuff. Like I said, there's plenty of jobs. I see it all the time. Like everywhere I go, there's a for hiring sign. And the thing is, if you're a good worker, you're not gonna lose your job. So, so just concentrate. Like I said, be responsible for yourself. So stop hating, stop being ignorant, and looking at those things. As warriors. Things like that. So we're all from one. Like I said, when we pass, we'll go to the same place. We're all from one circle of life. We need unity in life. We need to understand. Everyone's got a mom, a dad, a brother, sister, grandma. When you choose to hate on those people, look at that you have that. How would you like it if someone attacked your family member or attacked you without knowing who you are, just by judging the shell that you were born in? By not judging the fact that you are life energy, just like you. We're all life energy. We came from the same tree of life, one place, and we'll go back to one place. So I remember that. Remember the circle of life. Remember to treat each other with respect and the golden rule. It doesn't matter what culture, what race. We're all from the human race. We're all from life itself. So let's treat life precious. Until then, live, love life. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Bless up, level up. Naksu! All day.